Is OCD the boss of your brain? We're going to talk all about it. Stay tuned. That's what's up next. Hi, my name is Natasha Daniels. I make videos for people with anxiety or OCD. And today I want to talk to you about who's the boss. Who is the boss in your brain? Who is dictating what you do, how you do it, when you do it, if you do it? Unfortunately, when you have OCD, the main goal of OCD is to get the reins and to be the boss of your brain. And when you allow it to be the boss of your brain, it will create a whole list of rules. This is what you can do, this is what you can't do, this is what you should do, and it will be demanding all the time. You have to follow OCD's rules. The problem is when you follow OCD's rules because you are believing in OCD, which, by the way, is just a glitch in your brain. It's your basal ganglia and your circuitry getting stuck. I have a whole video on what's happening in the brain right here. But when you believe this just glitch in your brain to be true, to be the word of truth, it will provide you with all the things that you should and shouldn't do. And you might think, okay, I will just listen to it, and then I'll get the relief that it's promising me. I will do all the compulsions. I will avoid all the things OCD is saying avoid. I will get people to do the things I need to do to make OCD happy. And we'll all be good, right? Then we'll all be safe. Then I won't have any discomfort, whatever OCD is selling you. The problem is OCD changes its rules all the time. And so you can never master what OCD wants you to do because it will tweak it. It will add things. It will take away things. It will be louder. It will add new things and new thoughts and new upsets and new intrusive themes. And you're on a hamster wheel with OCD that never ends. And so how do you get your power back? How do you stop letting OCD be your boss? To start with, you have to realize that OCD doesn't have any wisdom. It's not saving you from danger. It's not preventing discomfort. It's the cause of the danger. It's the cause of the discomfort. It's depending on your theme, because it's different for each person, but it is bringing your awareness to things that are not a concern or haven't happened yet, or a discomfort that other people aren't noticing. OCD has many disguises. So what it's doing to you in particular can be very different than what it's doing to someone else who has OCD. But the thing that is the same is that it's bossy. And the other thing that is the same is that people with OCD who are really having a hard time are like, oh, OCD, anything you want, anything you say, I got you. I believe in you. I've got your back. I will do it. And even if you don't like OCD, you're following its rules. You're listening to it. And the reason why is because you think that there might be a shred of truth to it. Maybe if I do this thing or avoid this thing or do this compulsion or whatever it wants you to do or not do, it will give me peace. It will give me comfort. It will give me certainty. It will make me feel better. It will prevent something bad from happening if that's part of your OCD, whatever it is. And that's not true, because the more you do it, the more you're going to feel overwhelmed. And the more you're feeding neural pathway wise, you're growing your neural pathways that are going to grow the OCD and get your bossy boss of OCD even bossier. Who wants that? So the first step is recognizing that OCD has no wisdom. The things it's telling you to do are not based on reality, not based on truth, and not based on a solution. It might give you some short-term brief, right? You might do that compulsion. You might think, all is good. Until OCD just turns up the volume slowly so you don't notice it, until one day you're like, why is OCD so much louder? I can't even function. It's because it's turning up the volume every time you listen to it. So get your power back, one rule, one compulsion at a time. It's not going to happen overnight. It probably didn't come to be overnight. And so ask yourself, can I pull back a little bit? Can I be oppositional to OCD? Can I put my feet down to OCD? Can I say, I know you're not real. I know these things that I'm doing are not preventing or helping me with discomfort or harm or whatever it's telling me. And so I'm not going to always do your rules. Maybe I might mess with your rules. Maybe to start with, I might make you wait before I do your rule, just to let you know that I recognize that I'm doing something that I don't want to do. And so I'm going to make you wait for a little bit. Or if that's not possible, or it doesn't make sense for your compulsion or the thing that you're doing, maybe you just say, this is what I'm not going to do. I'm going to go as long as I can without doing it. And yeah, OCD might have a tantrum at the end, but I'm going to make you wait because I'm going to be a horrible listener. I'm not going to be a follower to you. I'm going to be a horrible listener, and I'm going to break your pattern and disrupt you. And that actually weakens OCD over the long term. So what rules can you break? If OCD wants you to do this, is there an opposite that you can do, right? OCD is saying, don't touch that. What if I touch it? Sorry, OCD, I'm going to go over it. Maybe I can't touch it at first. That's too hard, but maybe I get a tissue and I touch it. And if that's not one of your themes, maybe OCD is saying, what if you do this? And I say, what if I do? I don't know, right? I'm not going to try to prove to you why I won't do that because that's what you want. You want me to mentally argue with you. Everybody has different compulsions, and what you're doing to follow OCD's rules will all look different depending on what your OCD themes are. But the bottom line is, who's the boss? You, with your intellectual brain who knows, that this is not going to be helping me mentally, this is not going to help me long term, or OCD? Is OCD the boss? And I think the first step is just recognizing that you're not in charge and that a crazy little OCD is in charge and is dictating and telling you everything to do, and that you don't like that. And you're going to work slowly towards getting your power back. It doesn't have to be overnight, but sometimes people don't even want to recognize that. They just say, I don't want to fix this, and I like my rules, and I like my compulsions, and if people would just do my compulsions, everything would be great. You're teaming up with the wrong thing. You're teaming up with OCD, which is actually the true issue. So I hope that you take one small step at a time, starting today, and I'll be back next week for a new video. Don't forget to find the sparkle in everything you do. Oh, and also if you want more in-depth support, I do have an in-depth course, How to Crush OCD for Kids and Teens, and you can check that out at atparentingsurvivalschool.com. Take care.